What's up, guys? It's your man DX, and thank you for joining me again here on the Elite DX channel. Today, we're going to be talking about something that should be very important to you, your money. Now, I know that a lot of people are not into that type of thing and they just don't understand how it works. But maybe it might be valuable for you to listen today and maybe you'll learn something. Today, we're talking about cryptocurrencies. And more generally, talking about blockchain technology and decentralized finance systems that could help you attain financial independence. Now, right off the rip, let me let you know, this is not something where I'm trying to get you to sign up for something to where I'll make some money off of you. I'm not that type of dude, and this is not what this is. I'm just very excited about this type of topic because I am a crypto enthusiast. And I'm really interested in spreading knowledge. So I had mentioned a few videos ago that I have partnered with a site called Solve.com. It's a brand new platform where very interesting discussions are taking place. People are engaging in discussions about topics and issues that other people may be wondering about. It's a great site, and if you get a chance, you should check it out. That's Solve with no E and 2 V's on the end, solvv.com. I will leave a link to my page on solve.com in the description. Well, on this Solve episode, I was engaging in a conversation about decentralized finance with Carlos Balotes and Vontarius Falls. I'm going to let you take a listen to that, but also on today's video, I'm going to be giving you a clue in your quest to win those gift cards. But before we do that, let me remind you to hit that like button. If you like the content that you're hearing on my channel and you appreciate my efforts, hit the dislike button if you do not like it. It's all good. Also, if you're new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and subscribe to the Elite DX channel. And don't forget about the reminder bell so that you will be notified when I drop a new video. Then hit me up in the comments section and let's get the conversation started. The algorithm on YouTube really likes it when you do that. The conversation between us in the comments section helps the channel to grow. And lastly, share me on social media. I really appreciate you guys. Now let's go. Let's get into it.
You are listening to Solve, your space to spark ideas, gain clarity, and connect.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining. We are back with another Solve. My name is Vontarius Falls. I am a crypto enthusiast. I'm currently building multiple digital ventures, and I'm the advisor for Metaverse Sagas, which is a play-to-earn game being built on the Polygon blockchain. I'm also a host of the series, The Digital Revolution, where we discuss internet culture, technological advancements, and everything in between. But in my honest opinion, none of those titles matter. But did you know about 8% of the world currency is cash and the other 92% is digital? I think this is perfect to kind of lead us off into what we're going to talk about today, which is decentralized finance, DeFi, as commonly known by us crypto enthusiasts. It's a very interesting topic, and it kind of is, I believe, in the future of where finance is heading. Power of money and finance in the hands of the people, and allowing us to basically become our own banks. This is just technology that we're playing with right now in the world of cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, NFTs. It's all bubbling around that big word of decentralized finance and how the future of money is going to be, how the future of everything is going to be, actually, because money is one of the foundational resources of a lot of the things we do. I have two amazing guests with me here, and I'm excited to allow them to introduce themselves. Carlos, would you like to introduce yourselves to the people?
Hi, hello, thank you. My name is Carlos. I'm from Latvia. I'm involved heavily in crypto for the last 1.5 years, but involved altogether since 2017. When I found out about DeFi and the possibilities, what this type of project brings, I was very, very, very excited. So I'm more excited to talk about with people who have some opinions, who want to share their wisdom in these matters. So yeah, I'm very happy to be here, and let's begin.
Nice, and I'm glad to have you here, Carlos. It's always good chatting with you. Dominique, would you like to introduce yourself to the people?
Yes, Voluntarius, thank you. I'm Dominique. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm a business owner, a freelance writer, and a musician. I'm excited to talk about this today because I think that money in general and how it works and how it's created is a very confusing topic for most people. And so I too am a cryptocurrency enthusiast, just learning all the details about it. So let's go, let's do this.
Yeah, very exciting. And as always, it's nice to have you as well, Dominique. So, Carlos, could you tell us what kind of got you into decentralized finance?
Centralized finance. Actually, I think most of my information, what I got 2019, in the end of the 2019, when I was actually reimagining how it would be to go back in the crypto and the market started to pick back up. I was starting to watch some TikToks, and the social media influence was quite a big in there because I was seeing more and more people starting to talk about newer projects, newer blockchain projects. DeFi picked up in the bigger one, started to pick up in 2020 in the summertime. So I started to learn and listen and understand what is happening, how you can passively get some income with already existing crypto. Because since 2017, my knowledge was that money, what you get, it's sitting in your wallet and maybe it picks up some value. But I didn't know that you can actually invest this money, and quite easily, actually, if you can do that, and earn quite a bigger potential in the future. So that was very, very exciting for me. And slowly I started to pick up many projects, which was awesome to hear about them.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's so easy to do these type of things, especially in decentralized finance. It's just a couple of clicks and you're there. Dominique, can you tell us about what kind of got you into the idea of decentralized finance?
Sure, yeah. Just an overview. Back when the legacy money system in this country had a great crash of 2007, 2008, a lot of questions started coming up about the money system and how it works and why is this happening. So right around 6-7 years after that, I was doing a radio show called the DX Radio Show. And several times on the show, I addressed this because in 2014, I don't know if you remember, we were starting to go through another decline, a recession, they called it in quotes. So question about why is this happening so often? What's this money system all about? And so I kind of first guessed that this alternative currency thing was going to take place. Of course, I'd be a very rich man now if I could have imagined how big it would get and how successful it would be. But I envisioned that there was going to be some alternative currencies going on. And so where I entered this at is shortly after that, around 2015, 2016, 17, started seeing things like Bitcoin and started learning about how decentralized finance was the way to go of the future, because people have already, in other words, been used to disruptions in the market. Just one short example, like the taxi cab industry when Uber came along. So this is kind of a whole disruption wave as an alternative to the legacy financial system that we have. So yeah, that's kind of how I came into it.
Yeah, I believe it's a huge disruptor in the financial legacy system. Carlos, what are some ways you can kind of see DeFi being implemented in the future?
It's basically everyday banking, everyday investing, which is getting more popular by day. And even younger people are actually thinking about investing in the future, because I'm 31. And when I was told by my father in 18, 19, like you should invest, you put some money away, I was, why? No, it doesn't concern me. Now it's actually one of the, at least in America, I don't see it so much in Latvia here, but I can see so many people, young people in America talking about that, starting to invest for their future, actually to have better lives in the future when they're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and beyond that. And how it easy gets to get into that. For in 2017, it was there wasn't too much information about this. Now you can open any YouTube channel about these themes, and you're going to have very small, detailed introduction how you can be part of DeFi and how you can invest your money in this system.
Yeah, that's what I like about the DeFi space. You can literally just hop on YouTube or TikTok or any social media channel where someone is talking about cryptos, DeFi, NFTs, learn a little bit, and then dive in and immediately get started in doing it, which I think is incredible. It's huge because with banking, often, especially our generation, we don't catch on with the lingo, or weren't taught the lingo and things like that of banking terminology. But with DeFi, it feels like it's more of in our playing field.
I hope you guys are enjoying the conversation today about decentralized finance. As you can see, once you get really into it, it's not really that complicated. And by the way, the next clue as to what my nickname was as a teen is G, the letter G.
There is no gatekeeper. There is no gatekeeper in between. You can do it from your phone, and that is most exciting because everybody can do that.
And oh yeah, I forgot to mention, my very first girlfriend's first name was Diane.
Yeah. So Dominique, in what ways can you see DeFi going in the future?
What ways can I see it going in the future? Well, first of all, let's start with, as being an alternative to the legacy financial system, it definitely puts the control in the hands of the people instead of huge banks and things like that. So almost every country in the world has a centralized bank. We have the Federal Reserve, which is basically a conglomeration of American banks that control basically the legacy money system. Now, what worries me is that when Bitcoin and other currencies first started, they were kind of like rogues, but now they're kind of being engulfed into the legacy financial system, as we call it. And so at this point, you still can jump in, like you said, as an individual and go ahead and get started right away. There's no kind of steep learning curve or anything, but there are concerns because, just like with the legacy financial system, people don't understand how it works. So I think we're going to get into later a question about whether it's worth it to go ahead and invest in these cryptocurrencies. And that's a whole nother story. But where do I see it going in the future is that I think if it doesn't get swallowed up into the legacy system and being controlled too much by the banks, the big banks, then it's going to be a free-flowing thing where we're going to have all different kinds of ways to make transactions and pay each other. And that's a good thing.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things about this is the decentralized nature. It allows us to create this trustless economy built on smart contracts for the people, by the people, and there's no central authority controlling what goes on the underlying side of things. And I think it kind of gives a lot of power back to the people, a lot of freedom to the people and things of that nature.
And the next letter is I.
One of the questions we have here is, what is staking? And Carlos, I'm sure you're familiar with this. Could you enlighten us on what staking is?
Staking is not anything to do with the meat, at least in this conversation. It is a possibility to give your cryptocurrency for others to use and get paid on top of that. So basically, if I have $100 of Bitcoin, I can stake it, and somebody else who needs that $100 of Bitcoin can borrow it and then afterwards pay back with a percentage on the top, which makes you some extra money in overall in the end of the year. But the best in the DeFi space is if you want to borrow some money, you need to give bigger collateral on top, which is usually at least 150%. So in the end, you cannot lose the money if the platform doesn't rug pull you, which is so amazing to have even more money locked in than you want to borrow, which gives this platform so much more power and for you to have some extra earnings on top of your already existing money.
Yes, exactly. You provide some liquidity and you receive tokens in exchange for providing that liquidity. And that's amazing because you hold the value not only of that liquidity, but you can also pull out your provided currency whenever you choose so and still have that value that you provided. So Dominique, where can you kind of see systems like this being implemented as far as changing the legacy system?
As far as challenging, you said?
Yes, being able to earn in that way. Whereas in savings, you would receive an APY of 0.6%, but in crypto, it can be 15 to 40%. How do you see that combating the regular banking systems?
What I see is that you're right. There's a lot of money to be made. A lot, like you said, there's very low interest in even savings or accounts or CDs. It's low compared to cryptocurrencies. And I think that Carlos explained staking very well. I mean, it's just like brokering. It's you're being a broker. You're making money off of handing money from one place to another. And that's a good thing. This new system of cryptocurrencies and everything has so much promise in it, and it gives so much more opportunities than the legacy system because it's not controlled. Like I said, When you have a centralized finance system that's controlled by some entities, of course they're going to limit what they give, what the average person can get out of it. Of course they are, because it's all about profit for them. So in a decentralized system where you have a blockchain of computers and it's just record keeping, basically transactions from here to there are no limits. So yeah, this is how it's going to challenge the legacy financial system if it doesn't get swallowed up into it, is that it's going to eventually force the big banks and all these type of people who control the legacy financial system to realize that they have to at least start giving more rewards to people who are entering their system, or they're just going to walk away.
Yes, that's beautifully put. I really believe so. It's going to cause them to create the change, to catch up to the change that's being created or get left behind. And they're not going to want to miss out on all that profit that's being distributed. So they're going to have to.
The last letter is E.
This was amazing. I thank both of you for joining, and I'm honestly looking forward to having more chats about these types of topics, enlightening others on the type of things going on in the decentralized finance space and the crypto space, the blockchain space, the whole lot. Thank everyone for joining. Until next time, this is The Digital Revolution.
Create quality content and find progress with like-minded peers. Solve, SOLVV.com. Join us.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the conversation today about Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, and decentralized finance. As I said earlier, a link to my page on solve.com will be in the description. Now, before you go, help a brother out by hitting that like button, okay? Or hit the dislike button. It's all good. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe to the Elite DX channel by hitting that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the bell so that you will know when I drop a new video. And you guys go ahead and have a conversation in the comments section. The algorithm will be affected and the channel will grow. And one last thing, if you share this on social media and I see it on your page, there might be a special prize in it for you. More about that as you listen along here on my channel. Well, that's it for me. And as always, this is your man DX, and I am out.